Hi, I'm Dana, and you're seeing this video rather late, I won't lie to you. This is from the 1st of March when Shibden Hall reopened after the winter, and I was like, actually, now that I live in Yorkshire, I think I'm somewhat legally obliged to be the lesbian that goes to Shibden Hall on the day that it reopens. Like, I actually rather need to do that. And going past there's Greenhead Park it was in Happy Valley. That is the major upside of living in Yorkshire, is that when I get the bus out of Huddersfield to go like anywhere, I see somewhere that's in one of my shows, and half the time I'm also on my way somewhere that was used in one of my shows. And obviously I cannot travel anywhere without having a Greggs, and I always get the vegan steak bake thinking it's going to be a really nice experience, and it's never that good, is it? Let's face it. So although I have been to Shibden Hall twice before, I've only been in once before, which I did also vlog for. You could go and watch that if you wanted to. I feel like I gave you a lot more of like, I probably didn't, did I? I feel like I told you more about like the history and context of the place in my last video, but honestly, very good chance that I didn't. Now, I've always struggled with public transport. I've always found it difficult to understand like timetables and where to go and where to get things from, and it's always been quite difficult for me. And that's why I had my friend just drive me here the first so many times. You've seen this street before. That's one of the streets that I walked up the second time I ever visited Yorkshire, long before I ever moved here. I say that, it was like a year before. I've lost what I was saying now. Oh lordy. Public transport. So I've been trying to use Google Maps. That's the main one that I use because I find all of the other apps equally useless. There's Orbin, I think it's called, that I've tried to use quite a few times, and it very rarely actually works. And I'll give that I do find that better because it tells me how many minutes I'll be waiting between changes and things like that. But like with this trip, I went to get the second bus to go from Halifax up to Shibden Hall to not have to do the gigantic walk that always tires me out. And that bus stop just wasn't in use, and it didn't say that anywhere online. And I do find diversions and things like that very difficult to deal with. So it meant that I walked up to Shibden Hall a completely different way to the way that I've been before. And it wasn't much less physically. I accidentally walked like a way more pedestrianised way this time. And I don't want to say it's better because I was around a lot more cars and a lot less trees. But I'm nearly there. I'm not fucking dead, you know? And it looks like this. I can't tell you how much I actually fucking adore that I get to live here. Like I'm literally like, it's like an hour and 4 minutes since I got on the bus, and I'm like 3 minutes away from Shibden Hall. It's the best. And I feel like I actually just said exactly what I was going to say here, but despite it being a less strenuous walk, I didn't like it as much. I wasn't going through like little bits of woods, I wasn't going through as many fields. It wasn't as fun to me as my usual walk. But we got there, we did it in the end, it's all right. And I was immediately like, oh shit, it's busy. I've been twice before, let's not act like I'm a regular fixture here, but I've never seen it that busy. I've never seen that many cars in the car park. It was such a surprise. But yeah, there's a massive part of me that's like, this is the most boring vlog ever because you've already seen all of this. I've already shown you all of this before with a different shitty little voiceover at the time. But also, is it really all that shocking that an autistic person enjoys revisiting the place from one of their special interests? Like, genuinely, getting to go and hang out at Shibden Hall pretty much whenever I want to was one of the major selling points of me moving to Yorkshire. Especially the fact that like there's a whole park, there's all the grounds, it's absolutely stunning, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. And beyond that, I'm autistic. So the more that I visit somewhere and the more that I go to these places, the more actually comfortable I am in them, to a point. I'm never fully truly comfortable anywhere except for my house, we've talked about this. But I can get as comfortable as I'm going to get outside of my house if I just keep going to the same places. And I feel like it's one of those things where a lot of people are like, oh, but isn't it boring? And like, if you find it boring, don't keep going to the same places. Personally, I don't find it boring. I like going to the same places. I notice things that I didn't notice the first time. Things actually change all the time, even if they're not very big things, like there's still differences. Especially with somewhere like Shibden Hall, I like getting to see it in the different seasons. This was my first time seeing springtime flowers popping up around and all that kind of thing. It's something that I just so deeply enjoy, and it tickles my brain, and every time I go I'm that little bit more comfortable, and being that little bit more comfortable means that I get to enjoy it that little bit more, and it's just a lovely little thing that I get to do and that I really enjoy. And I appreciate that it might not be for everyone, and I don't know why I get feeling so bad about it sometimes, but I do. So that's my little like defense of myself. And more than anything, I find it really rather inspiring. I don't like being like a pretentious little fool, and I do often feel very pretentious when I talk about anything creative, but being in these types of places and just seeing things that I wouldn't usually see, seeing, you know, how people used to live, seeing how people used to design things, seeing the like intricacy and the detail that used to go into people's surroundings, it's definitely made me want to like incorporate more of that into my own home in my own ways, with like the modern touches that we have. Like, why is all of my furniture plain? You know, why aren't my chairs all fancy? Why isn't my bed is quite nice. I do like my bed, to be fair. But, you know, there's so many things in my house that I could do, like slap a bit of paint on, do a little something to. And that's the kind of, I know that this isn't some random person doing a little something when it's like intricately carved backs of chairs and things. Like, it's an incredible amount of like craftsmanship and all of that. But I can do my own little fun version inspired by it, and I just never would have thought of that if I hadn't had me little day out to Shibden Hall. And I didn't think of that the first time I was there, you know? Like, there's just lots of different places to get lots of inspiration from. And especially with this little back bit of Shibden Hall, I don't think this bit was even, like, comprehended, never mind in existence, when Anne Lister was knocking about, to be fair to you. So it doesn't really tie into, like, my Anne Lister thing and my Gentleman Jack special interest. But I love a bit of social history, like, not to sound like a complete nerd. I don't care about, like, the battle of such and such happened on this date. I do love knowing how people lived. I do love being able to stand next to these carriages that are, like, fucking from, like, 1850 or whatever, and fully conceptualise in my little head that people used to be climbing in and out of them. They used to be rattling along the roads in Halifax with being drawn by horses. Like, that's how people were living. That is exactly what, like, they were using those. That is really cool to me. That is really enjoyable. I really like being able to fully wrap my head around the fact that people have always existed in all these different ways, and like how things change. And it's just, call it my autism, call it what you fancy, but I really enjoy it. And this isn't going to be my last trip to Shibden Hall. It might be the last one that I vlog, because I'll give it doesn't change all that much, and I will just be showing you the same things again for a third time if I vlog it again. I say that, I'm about to go to the Anne Lister birthday weekend festival thing, so you will actually be seeing probably some more vlogs featuring Shibden Hall, because that's going to be letting me see the bits the public don't usually get to access. So I don't really know how much they'll let me film. I also am deeply humiliated by filming or taking pictures around any sort of people. Like, even when it's not like a social media thing, even when it's just like I'm seeing something cool and I want to take a little picture of it for Instagram but there's people around me, I won't do it, because filming or taking pictures when there's people around is deeply humiliating to me. I don't know why. So I really don't know how much I'm going to be showing you, but I do intend to vlog at least a little bit of it, and I intend to have a hell of a lot of fun, so it would be nice to be able to share some of it with you and show you bits of it. And here's where you really see the spring. I love this little walk around Shibden's Hall. Brilliant words I've got going there. Shibden Hall's grounds. Because like I said, I think it was like earlier in March that I visited last time. I was not seeing any flowers last time. I wasn't seeing birds. I heard some good birds last time. There's always good birds singing in Yorkshire. It's how we roll here. But you know, like it was just gorgeous. There were so many birds. There was blossom trees, there were crocuses, there were snowdrops, there were some bluebells at one point, there were some daffodils, all the birds, all the ducks. I'm absolutely living life. I'm absolutely loving it. I hate geese. Geese are the one animal that I really can't stand. I think they're absolute bastards, and I would kick a goose if it came too close to me. Like, if a goose attacked me, I'd fucking attack it back. And I don't care if it breaks my hand, Harry. I don't care if it goes for me. I saw whatever that is in there. Is it a stork? I don't know. I need to buy like a bird book, I think. I keep seeing and hearing all these different birds, and I don't know what any of them are, I won't lie to you, unless it's like a blackbird, a seagull, or a pigeon. I probably don't know what bird it is. This was the point when I started to get a little bit scared. No, it's not. because I've edited the footage in a little bit wonky here, just ignore that. I'll show you this bit of Shibden Hall. And then I went through those gates over there. Okay, I did edit the footage somewhat properly, but I went through those gates over there, and I assumed it would like take me back around to the entrance, or the same difference. And I was walking, I was like, this is going in like the opposite direction to where I need to be. But I feel like deeply embarrassed to turn around and go back and have people see me cross my path, even though like it was like 20 minutes ago and I'm sure everyone else is also moving around and no one's going to know or notice. It became such a thing for me that I was like, I have to go this way now. I won't lie to you, I don't actually know where I am right now. I thought this would take me back to the entrance because it said entrance, but I've been walking for a little bit. I think I'm past where the entrance would have been. But at this point, I do just need to go back to Halifax. So there'll be an end to it at some point. Probably, I assume. And then I'll just use Google Maps to get back. Oh, look at this wall. Oh, it's so soft. It's so springy. I don't like that actually. I don't like that at all. Is it all like... Okay, that's just sort of how it is. It wasn't just that bit. Oh, how lovely. Okay, this is... Don't get me wrong, this is sick, but how do I get back to Halifax? Does it continue under here? Where am I going? No, it's a gate, isn't it? Can I not leave? No. Okay, I guess we're going down Radcliffe Way. Okay, these gates are open. We can get out. It's all alright. But it actually worked out beautifully because I left at the bottom here. I walked out onto the road, pulled out my phone, was about to open Google Maps, looked up and down the road to see if just to see where I was. I was a bit disoriented, to be honest with you. And as I looked up the road, there was a bus that said Halifax on it. So I started running for the bus stop, which wasn't very far away, and he pulled in and waited for me. So immediately got the bus back to Halifax, got off at Halifax, went for a wee in the bus station, went out to find my little depot, and the bus were there waiting for me. So I just got back on the bus. We were about to go past another Happy Valley location here. It were fucking serendipitous. I've gotten so lucky with things like that in Yorkshire. As much as I do struggle with public transport, and I did have to walk 4 miles from the Yorkshire Sculpture Park back to Skelmanthorpe the other day. Every now and again, I get so incredibly lucky, and I feel it for weeks. I'm a magic 8-ball, me. I'm the luckiest bitch that you've ever seen in your life. I found a fiver, found a shovel when I wanted one, found a radiator key in my backyard. I'm so lucky when I'm in Yorkshire. So that was my day then. Whoever you are, wherever you are, if you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.